ɛna yɛne mo ebesi nkonwa na yɛadwendwe ho emu bi ɛne sɛ ɛnɛ ɛwɔ Ghana mrase badwam na ɛnya asɛm ketewa kora sɛnea yɛdi nkan bɔ mamaneɛ no aban ɛne IMF akɔ apam ayɛnhyehyɛ ɛno na mprempre baabi a ɔman sikasɛm akɔ akodu no Ghana nyinaa ɛdi ani ato so sɛ yɛhwɛ ne mu sɛ America on dollar no about 3 billion ebefi IMF for hɔ na your economy na ɛda form team no etimi aba bepagya enum na kɔba asɛ so betumi aya na Ghana yakafo a wɔn yɛdede wɔn aka ɔsɛ etua onka no ɔsɛ etimi yemu ensatre kakra emu na finance minister ɛde ne yɛfrɛ no debt exchange program ɛho hyehyɛ ba ya akwa affect individual bond holders including your pensioners ya akakra na bebre no ano sɛbi wɔn deda de no so nom ne ade a kakra yi na wɔn kyerɛ sɛ wɔn de to bibi edie ansa na ene finance minister bɛkɔ emrase badwam no na yenim sɛ pensioners no edinka competition parliament sɛ finance minister ba hɔ na rasabajafo no ɛmoa wɔn na wonyi wɔn emfiri saa debt restructuring hyehyɛ a wɔyɛ no emu ene emrase badwam na enya senketo finance minister ɛkyerɛ na fam deɛ ama wɔn nyinaa rehyɛmu sɛ woyɛ individual bond holder titiri woyɛ pensioner ɛwɔ sɛ onya gidie ɛne anidasoɔ sɛ enya de a osika no aban de ne nsa bɛka nti wama wɔn saa arehyɛmu no ebio ekopie mrase badwam sɛ budget a wɔde ɛkɔ mrase badwam na ɔkan sɛ pensioners ne individual bond holders no ɛho nsɛm no wabɔ mrase badwafo ama ne no beto dwa sɛ na nokre bia enim na ɛna interest in the parliament honorable Isaac Dongo ɛma mrase badwam hɔ na ɛsere kɛkɛ ɔsɛ adenti na finance minister da bia oba parliament na ɔde Isaiah Bible quotation ɛna ɔde ɛka ne nsɛm wɔ mrase badwam hɔ na ɔde ne kasa na to fom bɔkɔ enso behwem no niema a wɔyɛ wokɔfa pensioners esika odo nse kɔka na obegyina mrase badwam abɛka Bible asɛ wɔsɛ no kura ka obi nti ɛna ma ɔmo mu bi wɔmo ɛnkɔ asɔre no Speaker of Parliament Abankins Osman Obabeng aka kyerɛ finance minister ɛnɛ ɛbra na ɔma ne closing remark ne sɛ o make sure say ma on finance enka ye mpanimfo individual bond holder titire pensioners no wo mu bibia ye me de san komo no anwumre e omrase badwam say utie finance committee chairman ye honorable Akuoko Kwarteng ono nso e de tudwa se bia Ghana abedu no ye ho akyere na MPs no so en sacrifice bi sacrifice MPs no so mo sacrifice ne say wo hwe e ka Ghana abo ani sika ye die no a emu dodo no ano mrase badafo yi nso ya de bi bo ho ka article 71 holders omoka ho bi ya emfie na bia no MP bia enya S-gracia kra no na enya about 4 billion it is all multiply 275 MPs no about 400,000 Ghana cedis na uhwe sika kra Ghana etua e de ama MPs including MPs kra o mesa kom na sebadwam bio emfie na ya eno nso ebo yeka anyway ebedi sa enkomo no extensively na yahwe said esite afei omampani abedi akire Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ene oman no emu mpanifo ayenhyehyɛ sɛ yansesa dollar emfa nkoto petrol bio emma tese ne tie no na said ya the gold ena ekoji petrol aba gold for oil deal no emma petrol we are told say first tons no edinkan by ene yenemo ekasa wo hwe ba bi te se goy womo ene other filling stations omo kire se oil marketing companies no omo to amu chemo bu pen enum 5% ena every yen petrol liter no so enti se wo hwe petrol ukogoi filling stations ene other filling stations ni bia na se liter no ebeba 14.50 Ghana cedis eno ye petrol ena diesel be ye 14.90 per liter Ghana cedis per liter enti eno no emi no hwe ani bo sese ne aban no beka se ye de gold no ekoje oyo no a e senke bo no eba fom pa no senke ba fom ten bebia aba bedrei aban mu penifo abekirem se e 2 legs nkura bata me no ebi ho a wo de gold no ko direct na wo de akwaje petrol no aba ebi so ho a wo eton gold no na wo de sika no mom akọ na wo de akwaje petrol no aba ekwan na befa so a ebeba fom ama me no mi no a edi akode aba no yanso yehu se ampa gold for oil sisia aban kan no na enye na no kwa na mbom yenya so ensunso aso papa sansama kese mmienu enumre ewo Kessben television so punch dwumadie so na yesi nkonwa na yene empanifo nimdefo akukudami edi dwuma enumre ne Kofi Tonto o government spokesperson Kofi atena sedada na me wo honorable Foseni Donko honorable former DC ewo secretary Afram place obodwuma hopa sampanifo mmienu na enumre ye ne wo mu esi nkonwa ewo punch dwumadie so na yadwendwen Ghana ho but enumre ba no ansana me ma bedefo akwaba no Christopher Oriase nyina including Ghana nyina wa yiem Christopher Oriase nyina wa yiem na Christopher Oriase nyina wo mu no na mema Christopher nyina ya akọ ne se osofo bi a your friend of Francisco Baraja na omchase wo Mozambique sofo na oyanadwen se Bible mu Yesu Kristo akọnkyere nefoa aduanan 40 days ema honkonkro be share ne den ema Yesu ye din no na ma Yesu etimi ye niam bebro ye no enti odigidie ene akomapa ye se ono so be ye bi na we are told anwumre se otimi ye dry fasting no a nefoa aduonunum Yesu de na 40 days but also for Francisco Baraja de oye 25 days omo asoroma ne ko na tese oye no ho hwea eneye so for odini gina wa na watiato enti omo ni kodu ayasabe anwumre no sofo entumi antena wodi ne konti ema Christopher nyina yakọ na yasre Yesu se we de na enko osuosua no na anyeye enti nyame empe baabi emfa ne ntoman Francisco Baraja Mozambique sofo a o say obey 40 days dry fast na anyeye 25 days na otimi ede ne de so enti no ono nso ama eye kese ato Christopher nanso nyame na ode ne hototo no Yesu no de no hototo no enti ya Christopher nyina yakọ that was just by the way enti ya kan say wie no anwuma de bede ebetimi de wade nche aba WhatsApp number no 0551 599933 0551 599933 0551 599933 mabema empanifo akwaba na yemfa ya discussion no enhyehyɛ so honorable Foseni Donko honorable akwaba
era
na ebobi ede
honorable nyame na domo
yesi ache
pa na no me ko kuro
o ko manzo
manzo do bia me ko
aminti a mo nyina beyi manzo beyi
nyame mu amu na de kika ko ide
na kwa ne te say
hey we the grade akra kwa unhu so hey mo bro
beyi
just the whole district mu de mu hu ko tada
da bi ebi ma hoda afa ne bompa ise ebi bebanti yemom ya no abobi abai Kofi akaba
me chozo
na bibi aboko de
boko me frɛ wanfa I don't need the number no
oh enye Kofi enye say
unu aba ma ba kuma se ma frɛ na
do maybe na meeting kakra after program say dey ya meeting kakra it is happen for him the for enenumre ye no mo edi nkomo Kofi ko dey sorry
oh me da kwanhwani
that's nyina nyame ya so for Francisco Baraja just by the way when to me anya 40 days 25 days
dry fasting
and dry fasting say onu munsuo woni di say Yesu ye 40 days Bible me yet asenti o yeso baby but enumere yeso ahwe ne nkwa enumere
I see
o woni say
oh I think so oni ni nyame asem
okay
what I say so oye no akoma pamu a ene opepemu a so timi ye 40 days so antimi I think say nyame be hu no mobo what I say I think say the most important thing ye adwempa na techri ene akoma pa na techri say bia oye saadi na oye so de be dada amanfo ne ade na bia wankasa wa brabo mu woni no kre oye nema fin bebre wa brabo mu a menyi ni se beso nyame ani bas wo ye no na no kre se o ye wa akoma pam ne opepam apa ne ho achi so de ne ho ma Kristo dia meji di se o ye 20 days or so 40 days so nyame be hu no mobo
okay
I think that's what it is I wouldn't be in the position to say me determine ni fate really anti the tiene se baby a wadru die oni otemuafo na akwakohia nti baby a nyame isi ese odi ni hihye
ebi na nyame sofo bi hwe na ono nso pese o try bi o be ka say na kire
no ana make say isi ni nyina ye Kristo na yesom no me de kakra me nda kwanhwefo kire ne ye akoma pa wo de som nyame no what I say
yeah
ti se wo yes som no wo sa kwan ne so a I think say nyame be hu mobo
okay
de aka ya de ye ka ho ni nyina ye de ye ma som no edimu se obekwa sorry obebo mpaye ye beto nwom ye beye sa ne ma ni nyina ma som no dimu
yeah
ye kwan ya ye faso di pagya nyame ba Bible na aka say yen ye nipadua ne onyankopon asori dan enti say oni ye ne oni ma wo ye no ye kronkron ne se awrade ne fata no I think say de nipa de na ni hu ni de nipa susu de menyi ni say eno na be kire bibia enti so obi person ye bi no ye no akoma pamu I don't see what is wrong with it.
Okay. Enti nyame fa sofo Christ honorable sofo obeka say Israel Bible cry and when the Bible cry me just so be back.
Oh no, I think one thing is clear. You are doing nyina ho kwan. So nyina na fata.
Okay.
Me Assemblies of God. It's major fasting day, major the baptism of the Holy Spirit day. But normally things of this nature, Nyankopon ade ba ko chiripa ne hwehwe animu.
Who is that ready?
Oh, me to me conclude this hwehwe animu, but per my understanding of the Bible no, ye nya de ye nsha de ase invite nyame se brabe ye boa me.
Okay.
Nyame ka kire se ko ya, eno na wo kwa odi wanim. What am I say?
Yeah.
And the Spirit of God took Christ to the wilderness.
Okay.
One case Christ called wilderness semi constate fasting. Yami hu konkro ne ba so na de ne call.
And who na de ne call.
That is it.
So fi di ono na call.
You get it. Moses call so ko je mransam no. No, I'm just saying what the Bible stated. The Bible kind of make.
Yeah.
Moses call so ko je mransam du no. Oni Yakobon tena ho for 40 days.
Okay.
Israel for no crackers wo.
Yeah.
And the mom that is it. Do you know what no nyame yet? Wouldn't him how God sustained him for all those 40 days.
Okay. Kwabena na ofa so didi
That is it.
Okay.
You baptize Yesu abubro ni be seen so right from there na e dey call wilderness.
We any double so many.
You see. So ade Nyankopon di wani no ka se kwa o kwa onsuru bibia. But wa o ka se meye na ma hwe ana se meye na ma kire nyame se me so metimi aya eno ne de ehu ahoden de bia wa na over supply wa
na we are the end do point here why emre no aliso so ya 40 days we do 20 days na hu say ahoden na sa bibia ni ho no so sanka do didi 20 mi aya 5 aka ho na e do go do hospital we
ena me kire say unsa etore bia nipa no we try to box God we try so we boxing nyame now the na shetuom no wa direct na God is supreme. He's bigger than your imagination. On said there was a movie be me share Bruce Almighty.
Okay.
Like Nyankopon the Edina ho de man for just 3 days no o use no onu kusu nyame nko holiday. Okay. And na otimi e bibia but say be ya obema girl oba odo no so ado ni bi ni de. Nyame ka chen say odo pa de free will. Okay. Don't interfere. Njo ye ya enye yi. Ehu ahometi no ko gina akwa mu a o sufre nyame na ka be ball no. Okay. Nyame say the fact that you have all the powers doesn't mean you should stand in the middle of the road praying. Yeah. I can't run over you. So we dey futu. Okay. When you are here fasting na, sabi unim said we here funu tia. Check your stomach before you do the fasting. Nipa be prayer so for be nya ulcer. Yeah. Because fasting no cry here no. Sabi you don't even know your health status and you start. Okay. We be here dry until also ko here dry. When you obi ane the acidity level won here mu. Yeah. Until obi here dry hwenya no. Also boko akoye na what's that in your ulcer? Yeah. Best check yourself. And at dry fasting at least we kura na why dry fasting we dey ube di kura na all those things are I just hear. Yeah. Because right after fasting no be ko bi fufu obi ko di banku ni mako you hurt yourself. So I mean yeah we dey has of for the best room.
I think it's a point. Yeah. So what I say ten ye nyina no say e dey adwen so e ka ho. I think say from that angle no so a point there. Say be a health status near there so check e ka ho. Important.
Hey, now we try 3 days. No, 3 days. 3 days. No, credit says to say, enough for. Was a bought 3 hours and started her watching.
What's the
Anyway, that is just by the way. Point to Jumedi. The Medini Kwabana, Akuoko Kwarteng, me a friend on Rabo Mitremo. I'm on your Hinijanti. We are so na Wadaruma. Today, they are as a pano, your kind. Nemo Utuana Mobia, na what dear. Ubetimenya, what they are twaso, I am your Juma. Ena yenshaw nyame mfrɛ wo amesrɛ nkɔfrɛ ho enko yadeɛ ɛdeɛ ha obeba yankɔ mrasa badwam na yenhwɛ ene finance minister kɔ hɔ ensɛm asisi ye no yenhwɛ kakramreba na yɛde nkɔmɔ na nkasa ahyehye so.
Remains committed to the well-being and dignity of our senior citizens and pensioners. Indeed, it has personally, Mr. Speaker, caused me great distress as a number of our pensioners have picketed at the premises of the Ministry of Finance since Monday, February 6, 2023. I have already indicated in my press release, Mr. Speaker, dated 14th February 2023, the government will honor their coupons, payments, and maturing principles, like all government bonds in line with government's fiscal commitments. Mr. Speaker, in seeking to understand the concerns of our senior citizens, I have met with them on 3 occasions. The most recent was yesterday, 15 February 2022, where I explained the terms of the new bonds. Mr. Speaker, I subsequently wrote to their convener, letting him know, Mr. Speaker, that all pensioners who did not participate in the bond offering are exempted. Mr. Speaker, I pray that puts paid to the need for our senior citizens to picket at the ministry. This is
Okay, and the finance minister, no. I'll say one. You're paying for individual bondholders, pensioners, no. They are exempted from Nema Akosuni Nanti, and Yadi Odomo, Eka Hon, Nemra Sabajum, and Ode Etuja, and I'll say individual bondholders. Muamuji coupon for floor, and then the Eka Biano. Obe make sure, say, or more ebe ona bond on Sisheni in line with abino fiscal commitment and the sense. Now, no words like I don't go. Also, finance minister, I saw the Kurano. And then a corner officer near all year near or parliament or bay and him a bay Bible quotation near the adeno at Yentica camera.
Contributions, their comments. We had.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I heard the deputy majority leader say that Parliament has approved the debt restructuring program. Mr. Speaker, that is palpable lie. Mr. Speaker, I have with me the budget statement and economic policy of government. Mr. Speaker, I refer you to page 71. Page 71, paragraph 278. Mr. Speaker, it goes on to say that, Mr. Speaker, details of the debt operations program will be announced soon to the public and investor community after the necessary engagement with all relevant stakeholders. Mr. Speaker,
I will in future.
Parliament does not have the information our minister responsible for finance has given to us today. This is the first time this August House has had the opportunity to have a bite on this matter. Mr. Speaker, again, the statement that the minister so far has given to the public is not known to us as a House. It's not known to us as a House. And so, Mr. Speaker, if the minister is before us, it is only fair that members of parliament will have at least 10 minutes each to speak to this matter. Mr. Speaker, I believe that as minority leader, I should be given 20 minutes minimum. 20 minutes minimum to respond to some of the concerns that the minister has raised. Mr. Speaker, this is a major threat to our economy. So I appeal to you to grant us that opportunity so that we can debate this or make comment appropriately. And let him not create impression that brief comment means speak for 2 seconds. My brief comment is a minimum of 20 minutes for your information.
Yes, please.
Okay, and the honorable minority leader, Honorable Kessben to Forsen, and now Okase, sa individual bondholders issues. Finance Minister statement why issue ne interview or granted to the media near Dinano. Parliament, Nadia, omu enim ho bibia. And the first time, omu kra omu etin. Na quite to say atisem and omatitina bontia. But few one kasa de first time, ya omu etibi eno. I don't know why they don't go there no. I didn't say what it to Jano. And Chabebu Bia Moti. My member penny for so. Na yen share yen common say. Coffee tonto. Aqua Babio.
Major so
Coffee finally finance minister co parliament. And someone no do to the measure say ya monitor be fear no. House ya ship. Mamitio individual bondholders ne choka ne cobra picket no me ade. Na hu hia se bedu ba bia edre.
Medase di kan me fanchia kese ma me bra panya o ha sei me ne na shiada I think one of the stations were crying o de se me nua no nti me fanchia sonko so no
ya ba no so kakra
na me fanchia sonko so ma atiefo a ene ahwefo anumre o mo hwe me se Kessben de mo TV na mo sa wo radio so nti me den chia sonko be mo bibia. And the finance minister, Inra Kanofuriata, echo Mashibidrum. Na Shishaya, what they call Mashibidrum, na opese Oma, Oshe, the Brofocasem, can say debt exchange program na or update Mashibidrum for about the debt exchange program, no, Akuoko drew so far. Oshe, the Casemu now can kind crata or the coyana. Opinion de yen nantifa Ghana yensika sam akwantu no baby a ye free bar enunti e ma ye bedru baby a ye dru ene nhyehyeye a ye yeye sene ye be ya ye betimi adane dane niam kakra ani ene baby a sese yakon okon na aba bedru iti o ma numbers ni nyina yen debt stock o ma percentage a aban no exchange ye any san ye mani na or the nchiremu bae ohwa de na si aban ni so ni se bosia na opese osesa no na ya about 94 billion Ghana cedis emu be se 83 billion na otimi asesa nti wo de ba nsane ni a be se ohamu abupen aduowotwe ene enan akiri kakra na yetimi enyae nti de na esi yeni so say nyame ya adom a 2028 ebetimi aduru 55% debt to GDP ratio no sa kwan no yetimi asiso yewie that or the domestic exchange program no so awie no nhyehyeye ekoso ewo amanone a eka ye de amanonefo no so no IMF eboan na ye di honkom sa debt exchange program media migili say etiefo bebre na tiase ba say emre mu anka meto me bonso chichiri mu kakra because nipa bebre no so wo ho a ya na omo nheda ni ade no mu ntiase papa de tie ne se de po ne kofa asade bai wo hwe Ghana yensi kasem afibia ye sika yedi aye friend expenditure ene sika yensa kan ye de boy en ho bra friend revenue free 1992 at least ye hwe the fourth republica sika yensa kan nyina ne de yedie nyina no afibia no e na tokro bi dem brofocasem ye friend say budget deficit sa budget deficit no o hwe 2021 ne 2020 na that budget deficit no emu pija pa was 14% and then also 11%. Nti emaka aban saa afinimi no how I beto aban so no na so. What I say. Na saa how no ne how ato yen afibia no si ebetimi akonsa aka na kyese ekọ kọbọ besia. Bosia no nso ayebo no yemu ahoro mienu ye ode obekọ broni dwa so sebe the world market or the capital market na so obekọ the friend bilateral oni aman ahoro enya nkitahodie na wakọbọ besia wo mo ho ana se multilateral te se IMF World Bank akọbọ besia wo mo ho eno wo ho na capital market say obo bank or banks HSBC ni ade ni nyina so wo ho ene ye wo de aban bo besia e wo Ghana ha titiri free Ghana for ho eno ni bi na ye friend treasury bills e bi nso na ye friend bond ayina ene abya kasada ye nyina ya no a ye ken na bond no unse debt exchange program in the treasury bills there bond aspect no na aban ehwe se bond a aban de ho ka kwan be na ebetimi ahyehye saa sikasem no na baby a ne mpempem so aduru ne yetimi de abafom ti de aban ka ne se kane no wo bo me besia no meni wunya ntiase se e bia bo me besia bia sidinum me de afemienu miensa ne betua oka me de nsihu sei ne besi ho ba nam baby a me sikasem aduru ne ntimi saa hyehye a meni wunya ye no ni ntimi ni so enti yenyen hyehye foforo ma me ma on krata foforo a yebenya ntiase foforo ba cho wate de me chante enti kane no na me ne won hyehye ba ko a ye nyina ye twro gu nkrata so enei saa hyehye no enam ahokyira me wo mu ntimi ni saa hyehye no so enti ma me ma on hyehye foforo ne mfa ngu nkrata so na gitum se ne be ya eno de metimi adi so na matua osika eno ne ye friend say exchange enti wo de krata a woni aban sign ne kane no wo de saa krata ne kọ akọji krata foforo a aban free say eno de obetimi adi so eno na ye sha ase no na nti ase bibiri anya adwuma ohwe Ghana Bankers Association, Ghana Insurance Association, the fund managers ansana waba individual bond holders ensunsure dantem ne se aban ka so obobesia me ameti ha ni menu apanyi fu senior eti ha ye ya ebetimi aba aban bosia directly enye sanso a obetimi akọ bank ho ana so obetimi akọ fund institutions ho now do sika mo no makọ besia no ama so atiase na institutions to say Ghana Bankers, Ghana Insurance, then fund managers and the aban any omotena ase no nti ase ni nyina be ye adwuma obeka be se na otwe mienu na otwe miense ni nkrata ba abonten a ti ase ye adwuma ba bia na nti ase ni nya adwuma eye ankrankra omokobo aban bosia sa ankrankra no individual bond holders no ye wo omo a omadi about 59 ene ye wo omo a omo ye below 59 adentina ehu behia se ye bechire because wohwe de hu ye dodo na aba ho a ye papa nom ne ye maame nom a sebe omani afi ebi mo ha omakwa ahomgiem a omo ye adwuma na omo wa ahoden no omo de sika kakra to ho ekobo aban bosia se daache so mfa so ebeba na omo timi e de ahwomo omo ho ana omo de aba omo ho bra menu akwa se obi wo ha ho sa bond ya okotoye no eno na determines whether he or she survives because sebi edura obenom obi wa this age yare ahoro be brave na adokro no enti nura osori anopa wo no nye nuru ketwa enti saa de na odidi hu kakra obi won so a sabe pension baby on kra omusa na ni afidie but ne ma edeso school obi wo so a ye Ghana for ne agi amamre ne amane edie no obi wo ho pese ogya bibi ma ne nchirima o leave a legacy so atiase obi wo so a on pese obedan ne babi on pese obedan ne nua bi enu nti no ye nhyehyeye se ne ebe ya ono so kakra bi beba na otimi di abon ho bra
okay
so it's a matter of life and death it's a matter of dignity, it's a matter of a legacy and all of that.
Okay.
Enti kasa bia say ye di ho nkomo a opepa ni akoma pa na edi ho nkomo. Efi say nipa o musika akwa akohyem no. Ha adwene say mempo na musika akohyem no. Ha adwene. But the enye nyina ye be atum na sabio ede enije kakra aba ne say nyame adon saa mpanyimfo yi a nanka omo free say omo ni aban nya adwene won hyehyɛ aban ne omo yeye nyame adom aban say pano twano yayi mu afrim no kura so ewo mu ni say omo de aban no ma omo akwanya na che because obe kai aban ka say saa de ya yeyi volunteer voluntary nti say opa obeye opa onye
saa voluntary hona ya na me bisa question say oni nipa no won hyehyɛ what do point say me ho akyere me enti beje coupon foforo say opa obeye say opa onye omo epe omo beye no na hyehyɛ ben na be kwa masafo no na omo empa omo nye no enso na hyehyɛ ben na be kwa masafo no say na hyehyɛ no nyina be ya de kro dia na ho be na ko hia say opa obeye opa onye me say go to question
me yin say me to question na say
okay therefore etimase ba ma say question
na me nti ase
I will say don't go to me question okay aban say me ni ko fitonto aye say we mema ho 18%
okay
kofi maje when say eso a macho a maje 18% na Akuoko ba ho say kofi me ho akere me enti sese ya no krata we no fabra na beje foforo na emo manya nche enyenhye me nhye wo satintina fabra beje foforo enti de na yam hyehyɛ na kwako gina no ne se wo se nyenhye na me pa me fa beje foforo na me pa me mani nkura me ya na me ni obi de beje foforo a ene me ya me se me mpɛ no enhyehyɛ na ye no wai aban ye no kwa na aban be fa so adi so me ya me beje foforo ne ne wa beje foforo no that was the contention.
Okay, the answer what tia say ni say
because I want to be question
me tia say but I think say as I'm answering it no you be draw the answer what tia say ni say
manager practical and I want to say
opa bit mama na practical but
the simple question is say na faith my mean use that word no of the people are almost ever subscribe to a buy new bond okay arrangement any omo anu omo so omo dey omo nya interested no omo no faith no ebe ya de kura na
okay so me person me subscribe wa unim say my mema one example
abeje foforo di obeje foforo no dey one foforo no wo mu nyina no hyehyɛ no be san ya de kura ma obo na
that be anya de kura ma
that was the problem.
It can be at the crow. I don't know about the crow.
I don't know did they be.
I didn't know me because so for example, maybe your man in practical. The obejini the onye. Okay. So me beje me see meje debt exchange na. Enti ase e wo ho ne say. Because one say the so hu ne say enyo mu nyina na omo arrangement ne yepe.
Okay.
Saban to bonda because nipa bebre adwene mpo ye omo say bond na ye ka ho asem eye Akufuado no omo bo na besia but bond ni bu ha omo ton about 10 years ago ebi ton about 5 years ago ebi ton about 7 years ago okay. What you say eye bosia ye de abo Ghana aban
yeah
be mfie dum na eba enya Akufuado aban ko abosia
yeah
so what you say enti obia ne arrangement sa arrangement in the aban ye ne say obe strike average ebe boa na timi ama na tebosia ne nyina so abedru 55% threshold na open enti yenye very practical example mimi kofitonto kane no nanka ebia me bond a me toye no ebe mature 2027
okay
what I say na coupon na eda so ye 18%.
Okay.
So what I say. And na you different be maturity levels and all of that. They are buying can say who dey na be end 2027. Yen fan to baby baako. Obi dey ebe end 2023. Into ono na ese mitua sa sika na ye den e ma ne ntem. Mpacho what dey make can say. Enti se me ka se me tua we die we metua na later na me di so pepe pa mi nwie no e ka me bo no mintimi entria.
Okay.
Enti mean strike average. Na me mfa mra baby a munyina no se me de mo ba on that coupon platform na. Mintria nwie no na meka aba form.
Okay.
But what I say? Enti it is a matter of Aban trying to
Aban say omo person omo ba new platform so.
Yeah.
Omo pa omo mra.
Yeah.
Omo pa omo ba.
Yes,
enti omo enya nhye no. Na omo faith ne net say.
Omo anya nhye no. So the tie ne say wa anya Aban say sika ana agreement a ono koye no obe anasa agreement no ama.
Okay.
Enye problem. Obe ana agreement but the entia ne hu hia se Aban eboa ma nipa dodo na koso no na medi kan kire mu ne kire se. Sa Aban na ama nipa dodo na anye hyehye na ode aba no. Antumu a.
Okay.
Na obi agina baabi a wogina. Eho be hia se Aban betwa sika bum bi ene.
Okay.
Sa sika bum ene no na Aban se onya ne ne.
Okay.
Ema. Enti mumra so se ne be ya sika bum na nka metwa ne ne no. Metimi achiche mu nkakran. I hope say you get my point.
Yeah.
Enti kana ubetwa 100 billion.
Yeah.
And let me give you another practical example. Last year, for example, omo ma top bonds nyina no dodo na mature last year. Na a mature you know, usually obi top bond that the AC ni say a mature no aye the friend rollover.
Okay.
Rollover means say or J bond for sometimes at a different coupon rate.
Okay.
But last year, because of the inflationary problems that you know, coupon rate ni be work na ye do 50%. Nti Aban ka se there be. Se me ma nipa dodo we nyina rolling over. The abaya ne se me de ohaw na ekodachi. And imagine so wo bo BBC na wo tua 50%. Mintimi. Enti ane mo amode no aso last year no. Baby a mekwa akofa sika free bia no mekwa akofa sika no mai den metua moka. Saa de no na Aban se ontimi ntonkoso nye biu. Enti no obeye no nkakra no atua ne nkakra e de ama. Enti se yenya nipa dodo na ba Aban new program ne so a ye betimi a checka no mu nkakra ne atua.
Okay.
Ehun nkohia se Aban betua sika ne nyina bum abra Aban eni se sika no e da ho. Eno ne ma ensunsuno ye ne ye den e bam. Sanity.
Coffee baby ama ya bedu baby edri.
Yeah.
And now tie members of parliament.
Yeah.
Specifically Honorable Adikadongo.
Okay.
Or say finance minister. IMF she say ya Ghana akonyina. Enye first time Ghana kwa IMF.
Yeah.
Ono no fi say na enka finance minister including Honorable Kessben to force. Na enka finance minister betimi aye proper negotiation with IMF enkonkoba say eba affecting individual bonds so normally are there because IMF no yakobida enti omo no fi say minister no anya proper negotiation ti no ene omo si omampani nkura mpamo no ana resign of parliament or I mean they told him in the face say he should resign. We'll get that video for you. Omo show him say omo resign because na enkobetimi aya proper negotiation na emfa bond o ceremony we no nyina emba because IMF for no you know omo edin kita hoda am e dey
say omo timi ka kire o nhyehyeye fo frank omo ne be omo kasa o parliament omo timi kan
well maybe they have the authority but parliament or they am so man
tiwo wa begina mrahye bedwam say ade a obi ye no enye ena Ghana ban ene IMF call started sankita hodie we no enye ne anameboa bosumi nsia ekọ bosumi nwotweni ye started in last year June also meboa it is a alternative ena wo de emfa na say debt restructuring na kra ba ye bosumi be miensa ne nan ni a say wo alternative a wo free say ye better alternative ana na ho famba de esa wo ti ase ne say adenti na ye saadi we se wanya santi ase na na wo beka de wo kan de enti a ye saadi we ni se oman no afibia no eka ebeda ntamu a medi kan chire mu no a ye friend budget deficit no ma yen kobo besia afibia ene ye bosia no ekosoro unfortunately nso no yen revenue a yen saka revenue no e wo fom in fact So far even tax yeji to GDP. 12% compared to West African.
About this particular debt restructuring, IMF negotiation arrangement.
Of course.
I pesa a book sumuye kama. Na 3 billion no so mo de beba no omo de eba. Ye enti honorable Isaac Adongo menen some of the two jam na sebedwem no. Ye ba na me go fiatos. Ye enti ebimra.
Mr. Speaker, our pension funds, the National Pension Regulatory Authority said, go and risk 85% of your money on toxic government bonds. Mr. Speaker, where does that happen? And today, we are here with this boring and underwhelming statement. Mr. Speaker, we are not angry enough. As a country, we are not angry enough. This cannot happen to anybody. And yet, you are wasting our money, you are taking our money, and you are here reading this boring statement to us. Mr. Speaker, this is not a joke. And you are even quoting the Bible. Which of the Bibles are you quoting? Quoting the Bible in taking our money, in making us poor, in denying the poor pensioner his money, and you still are quoting the Bible. It is the reason some of us don't go to church, because in the end, this is what we get. This is what we get. Mr. Speaker, this matter, I want to make an appeal to you to refer this matter back to the Finance Committee for proper oversight. The Bank of Ghana must come to explain to us how they allowed the banking sector to help itself. Mr. Speaker, our pension fund.
Okay, enti honorable Isaac Adongo na parliament na nyasem keto akra. Yeah, Kofi na honorable asem so yes. Kofi, so where we are coming from? Utie comment. Mame Sophia Kofo, former Chief Justice, utie members of parliament na. Even though a finance minister of parliament or also team say COVID and Ukraine-Russia war no. But there another thought omo believe we say no. Aban be si ojiba ye no ne nema ode be no. We shouldn't have gotten to baby a eardry. Obeka say.
Obanyi.
Shouldn't have gotten to where we are.
Aban no na e kan say COVID na dey dru ha na say why na kan. Who is century?
Finance minister said it. And okay, parliament.
Who is century? We fi say IMF penina or down on a cancer assembly.
Yeah, okay.
We fi say World Bank penino cancer assembly. Even Fitch, any Moody's, cry or more downgrading. So what kind of monkratana? Fitch ni Moody asamo can say Ghana's economic standing has been exacerbated by COVID and Russian-Ukraine war. And yet Ghana buying in Kwaneka.
Okay.
See, I can say BB aye exacerbated. Ya de ba akanka se mu ade tie ne say e bia ufi freeze. So what you say? Na ufi freeze na obi abebo wasum na osin etu.
Okay.
So what you say? Esin na afa na efifiri ahoden ye den emem. And obi de pressure abe den abetoso. Enti obi anka say Ghana's economy was in a perfect state. The air can say the indices, the data shows say na economy no astatia e peja ne mu. E na wo hawo no e buy. Enye Ghana buy nko na e ka. Se Ghana buy nko na e ka, yes ene Ghana buy twantro. Are we saying say IMF nso twantro ana? Are we saying say World Bank twantro ana? Are we saying say Fitch ni Moody's nso twantro ana? The same institutions ebe kan bibi na ne de ne yenuanom kɔ na eto mu trimu de a omogitum adan na downgrade report ne buy no omo nka say omo nyintum enye the same people ene kan sansemi entinya Ghana ban ene eti baabi no wo kan bibi. The facts are that sanema we nyansunsanso kese we yensi kasem so. A very simple example, even petrol farm can no near craft farm $200 million a month. Russian-Ukraine war ne buy ye craft farm $400 million a month. The same quantity, 375,000 metric tons. From 200 million to 400 million. Do you know what that means? What it means, they say, we import cover. Sika wodi agu futuo mu say
eye America sika odi agu foto mu se eno na wo be pone ho kakra di akodi dwama Ghana fo anya bi ato e de abo won bra kane no na akoyi 200 million bosomia se akoyi 400 and immediately our import cover no be affected at that rate no ubehu se usidi no ahoden no esu hwan you will be a friend inflationary pressure, inflationary import pressure. And near my carefree amano ne bano, nebo, menotia, freight, container, a headiko crane maba. Yamena mekai. President Biden pobe kai. Say near my carefree, your freight charges are increasing by 1,000%. It is a ne atari na nanka meko kraba sidi mienua. Say meko kraba e sidi ben watch. And you how ni sunsanso kese ebeto economy ni so.
Okay.
Enti ye ka COVID as mo kan say wunya sika. Ba wunya sika no. Na wo hwere sika. Enti we analysis now. There was a total net loss of 25 billion. Because not only did we lose money, we also spent.
Okay.
There was a total net loss of 25 billion. Go and check our revenue items.
Okay.
You see, say, on minus shrisika. And it's a how we have bane come from us more. And more being an adjoining say, a MPP a bank one and do how on a ban. And I'm a deacon catcher say, Bosia Yetriano. Sa Bosiano. And ya a kufuado Bosian Kwan Yetria. Bond as someone ye can ya say, ye debt restructuring. That 130 billion a year restructure. And ya kufuado Kwan a boss I canoe. Enya Kufuado eye bosia Ghana baya bo over the years a free president Kufuor mreso e president Mills Mahama Kufuado obi abobi ena ababedru baby e de Ghana abedru. So nobody should create the impression say buying na e can be. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Nadine Kofi Tonto, government spokesperson, live on Kessben. Ponchi Jumedi and Osha Safeno are joining here. We share our Kessben television. So across the 16 regions, maybe I would take Kabiano. If I become Akuoko Kwarteng, me friend Honorable Michemwama lawyer or Hinijan AK lawyer, I thank you. I thank you too. Mami ko no we say the don't so na maybe a message sa hodo amodiaba no na yakenka bi na answer no no bebem kra no amini kakra mfiri ho. Kobi share odwabo so Western of us, thank you very much for the good job. Kobi Yenso Yedase pass or sharing. David Eokonongo, also good evening, Honorable. Please let the MPP man explain this for me. I signed the terms earlier issued on January, but did not sign for the new February terms. Am I still part of the DDEP? Because, host, please, I want to sign out now, since I only signed the January terms, not the February terms. David Eokonongo, obi ani brisemu ena mo de sireno. Enti
bond ni bi.
Yeah.
But a bar can share na bar can na or signing on to.
Yeah.
Na nhihye na aba foforo no opesa nkonya sa nhihye na aba foforo sa na opesa obisa
opesa no obesan
opesa
afekra do exempt no
I'll say opesa oyi no kra every man
and they send there this time yes
okay
o me na 80% no
anya say dabi o anya ye na de na ka ho
Alaji
no na assign
Alaji Adams what your mom can message Alaji Adams Ewo Mankranso. Also today, minority group in parliament has demonstrated their economic prowess by doing justice to the finance minister, Ken Oforiatta. Dr. Baumier's silence on the domestic debt exchange program is so loud and amazing that we can't trust him with the country. MPP man, in your studio submission on the topic, we are listening. Greetings to Honorable Abubakar Sadiq, Afwano Southwest NDC parliamentary candidate. Okay, Alaji Adams, Elman Kranso, and Nijote Abba, and no. Honorable Akuoko, good evening. This MPP guy always, when push them, they become angry. The way he's speaking, like the way he look as if he's angry. Abolo, Aziz Hama, Ewunima, Nebunfu ya hade obufu kura say de ne udi nkomoti no nebunfu kura ya juma ne ya nti ya nebunfu ya no se kofi de nebu kofi bu ntafu sa honorable Kwarteng's arrogant posture has gotten us to where we are now. I don't blame him, but rather President Akufo-Addo. Is he the only person with all knowledge? The finance minister is totally tarnishing the image of the government. Why is he is still at post? Even today, members of parliament told him in the face that he should resign. But Anado would not listen. Combat Michael, Western North region, and also Edumre, and also so Edinedie Abba. The government said that they have the men. They should fix the broken economy. They should give us a break. Pin brain government, said by Sophia Akofo. Francis from Kontenase Bosomche. Francis, Chief Justice Bofo, and Akofebia. They send the message that Jones Masuto to Kraman says out. Good evening, Honorable. Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Furiata came and they are killing Ghanaians. I think some of the leaders, okay, Jones message no men said and say, Papa, so please come again. Jones Subatimasi. I'm going to say the don't call. Maybe na Masamba messages no so be. Honorable, the course of parliament, Unia Kofi Tonto, Kofi Atrenidi, Babintio. Yeah.
I'm Sanchez with
Kofi exactly 30 minutes. Yes.
I think sir, Minuano, he has done his best. Government spokesperson, there is not a good time to be a government spokesperson, you know. He's done the best.
But say it's not a good time.
Yeah.
Sabrio. And a good time.
A condition more too.
Oh, wow.
Because imagine trying to sell ice cream to an Eskimo. You can imagine the job involved. Yeah? Your domestic debt, as at the time, finance minister representing my parliament, na year 575 billion. That is our national, sorry, not the domestic debt. That is our national debt stock. Debt to GDP, a year 93.5%. Ghana ye mremuno, and can just say a 70. A 70 a kohipik.
Okay.
We need a dear finance minister ankasa jatumu. And before finance minister de sa figures we nyina beba no.
Yeah.
Okaya oko parliament bia na he purges our debts before COVID nenenam around 68 69. Ye can be us hwa na wo. Then post COVID and opege mu kakra ko em say it was around 73 76. Until IMF buy nyama bi obek brofu bi obek kan say bi ye butter and they be ye hwan small purpose vehicle hwan na bonds bi o hwa ye mfa nka ho ni nyina IMF na amanaka ni nyina abo. So now that is why we are getting the true state of Ekaye there. Na minua debt exchange program as a nyina minua no mo yise kura beti ase ne se abanwe sabi wabobosia brobosia to the stand say sabi oboaboa ne sika no a sika no ontimi mfa bi mba akohoma ontimi fa bi nyampuntunwuma bosia nko agi sika no mu 70%. Eye sika okotua to bosia nsi hu
yeah.
Enye bosia principal nankasa mpo interest on payment akeke kura no yeninam almost 70% of our revenue. Nti se Ghana kwaje 100 million Ghana cedis as revenue ne beji afiwe mu a just ye 70 million e de akwa kotua bosia nko a 30 million na aka no ye de bi kotua about 600,000 government workers are and only they compulsory by force just uti omoka utia wie a sa sika na mu bi udi bi beto petrogu Akufo-Addo ka mu udi bi beto petrogu Baumia ka mu udi bi be run office of the president ne office of government machinery e bi be call parliament just say sika na ye be hwe common fund ne hwan fund ne hwan ni nyina sa sika 30 million na aka no
okay.
Enti no Sa 30 million enso sika sabi yedi tia adwumayefo kora akatua. Enti gisi yesa akopɛ bosia foforo baabi de besoso ansa na ye de ben aso de de bɛbɔ ye ho bra. So there is a huge budget deficit. Then aside that, IMF for buyer mo get say there e ka ye de no amene ye ye ntimi ntua ye ka ne biom e de ne ye nye nti sa de IMF yesrew because baby ane ye kokɔbɔ bosia no omo nyina ase daabi usuba ne sabi abraba wo mu a de bia ye bɔ bosia na wo de ye bɔ bosia na wo wi ntwina makese ne de ensi ha biom ye mfa esika ma wo biom e se ye de esika ma wa kwa ubefa so ubetua no ye nya sure so ubetimi atua ma ye. So we were locked up out of the international bond market. Inti ho na yetakoji euro bond ne ho bond a na ye ho tahen aye no omu nyina se da bi se ye nyimu ndi nti ye fa yesika mamo.
Okay.
So the only option now na can say ye beko IMF. IMF no so bosia ne ye koji o na mom IMF de ono esan se amanaman sika no wakoje no de bo bosia ni ti no on fa sika ne ma se fa ayi presidential jet anase fa beye ayi kenke party da bi ono no de ma obeba betena wo so no ahwe kwan a wo befa so a se sika no betua na ade ama no efi se wakoji Togo fo sika ni Ivory Coast fo sika no wabo ano ono de bi maga na se jena fa koye adwuma na fa so ba ho a o de misika asa ama me nti unlike bond markets euro bond na se fo omo de sika ne ma wa fa koye de ope no da bi IMF de omo de sika ne ma omo be jina wo kon so.
Okay.
Omo de ne se sika ya de ma wi kire ye kwan a wo be fa so a wo betua sika ma ye na ye number 1 etino wo de kwan a wo be fa so wo be se tia omo sika ni nyina be kwa kire omo eno na omo hwe ye nkrata mu na omo se masa sa osuban we de da bi untimi ntua sika we ye de ma okra nya de wo betimi atua etino yes ya just staff level agreement ya ye ready say ye na mo be kasa mo fa mo books mra ni ye nhwe mo books mo na ye staff level agreement no. Now before you be call board for no agreement I be free final say o afede ya tia say sika ne nko no e che say omo no hwe book no nyina awie no omo no di book no ko kire omo board ne say ampa ye hwe Ghana book mu no oya ade we ABC a sika no betimi atua no o hwe ye book no mu no ko hu say da bi sa na e ka ye de no enie sa e ka na da ye so no efie kura ka ye akohumasika de agifri ya ba ho de agifri ya yere ho no se sika na kura no ebra ye wo ye ntimi ntua se sika na nka mpesa ma no ne fo de yakotua enti no se ye be boawo na otimi atua ma no ne fo de na ene wa hu fiefo na ode omo ka no wodi kan de omo nkasa na eka ode omo to the tune of about 93% of GDP no ti so bra 55%. Ultimate massa ekano so tibade a ende oje revenue at least 55% de obetimi atimi dia kotua asa abobra kakra ansa na yeso ye de ne be ka ho a atimi awie 100%. Ena finance minister ka say sade a ene Ghana fo a mede mu ka nyina no yes eye no kure say e bi top bonds because government bonds na one of the safest ways a obetimi de usika ato bond ne ye say medi misika akoma aban ton de akoma aban se bosia na nya bosia te se fixed deposits o ti ase e bia aban ton ne bo se wa float bonds a na wo akotobi se sika no ebi ton 1 year ebi ton 2 years ebi ton 3 years se eso se e bia 18% na da so a ebi num wo ho a omo de omo dwuma omo ya no se every month bia no de 18% na da so no fama de mame Otimase se eso a 1 year no so a sa rolling over okay na me de eno se busumi ana mejimi percentage na eda so no
okay
eno na aban aba se ahokira ba sika no muka se mintua mamo nekora na menye sika ntua mamo se munyina mu ba buma sika ni ho a me de betua ena se e ka no so aba ne ntino mu ma mentete percentages ne bi so okay initially no se nkoye ne 0 ena Ghana for say hine ha already some of the institutions in there is easy dealing with them because government can pressure them into accepting. It's no banks, ne securities and insurance services, ne sancrophony there. omuni se sika no wa aban ho wo ka se won fa ma no no so ka se me nya ntua de na obeye no o sika ahim nti wo bisa a very intelligent question say nipa also oye voluntary was signing any the ose me the mean signing are they going to be treated the same? He spoke the truth, say yes, they can't ever be treated the same because the ono na voluntary what say aban na se no ma aban ne ho ahen no the ono no say mean sign on no say okwa aban ho say mejimisika the only thing aban be catch us is sika ni ho e dey na obeye no
aban ma assurance say or the bema o
and make sure say the truth of the matter
there's assurance.
The time is not due. Don't make us say there's assurance. There can be assurance.
Mr. Edmond Parliament.
Then no.
Okay.
I can say banking sector.
So you are saying so we can't take finance minister's word to mean say they what cannot do.
That minister you cannot credit. You enko IMF, and IMF ni ebutu hu.
Okay.
There will be no haircut. And just say o ma twa haircut na be betray eti akasaka. So how can you trust this man?
Okay.
Me point in say, even in this same crisis, the man is still not being truthful to us. From the start of this domestic exchange program, no, the amount quoted here no, was 137 billion.
Yeah.
That was the amount quoted. It is okay say, oh, just 137 billion now. You can't raise it. It is one revise about forms okay. Instead of 137 billion, no, meet me nya. Sir, I didn't do in the domestic meet me raising to know. Many have forecast as a moment revising number 94 billion. That's the IMF what was here. It's just a matter of coming to tell Ghanaians, oh, at least, Mr. Ramo, that is why he can easily exempt some people. Say that's what that 137 he couldn't have exempted anybody. He was able to do that because a revising bar 94 billion no a man space bebre close to about a friend 40 billion. Okay. Into onya space kakra. Into onya sa space no. Okay, sa dia workers pension mo fa mo ho. Ghana Medical Association mo fa mo ho. What I say he was able to do that. So say me no ka say wetin say pensioners nso afrim.
Yeah.
Individual bondholders na minim.
Yeah.
Nti se wo ba no se wo card no crache grant so ade no kra na e pe 137 no say about 134 nti sadia meyi ABCD afrim. You don't come and tell us oh metimi anya 80% subscription. Is it 80% on the 137 or 80% on the 94?
Okay.
You see, even in his distress he's still not being truthful to us. That is why people cannot trust him. Now Akuoko, one other dangerous thing is say we say, how did we get here? We got here just for the simple reason, say, we had a finance minister, Sabi, on your public office, Jumada. He's a successful private investor. Private leader, he's very successful because while we're Jumadi, Sabi, Obi was so no crowd to me, Pamono. Said about Jumada Bakoso. But public office, the Unhodi be that. Into knowing how to manage the finances of a state. But so what you have been saying, the data bank is subain, and the co-finance ministry. This is where you plunge us into.
Mama Penny says, Ansana COVID bebano, not the performance, excellent.
That is also another deception because who can say 2015 I call IMF.
Yeah. 2016
IMF the verdict by 2017 the economy of Ghana will take off.
Okay.
It will grow no more your friend said projections as to how much we will grow.
Okay.
And by 2017 and I started to say it grows because 2017 the IMF was still here with us.
Okay.
2018 IMF was still here supervising our budget.
Okay.
2019 and IMF for monsters okay. They say there at least baby amaja mo kwan ba be duru mo say there mo bobra ni ye. Nti no me jamo. O say ye na Kanofuriata and neba umi atisi jom. Eni abrewa kra na akwafu ma ombeje o chembosia. Akokra na so ade efrefu mu ba ombeje ne chembosia. Kai oni twamu kra ombeje ne chembosia. Ebro bosia from 122 billion no say ye nenam 575 billion. Eno kra ye say omunya fa ebi nka ho. That is where we are now. It is a oshe bosia na ya bro na yen dadwini ye headache kese pa o mai we mu ne nyese sika na ye gigi ne yetimi fa nye ye mbo ye ho brawo ya buru bosia to the extent say bosia na ya buru ne mini yen.
Okay.
And that is the bosia na say every yen. Yenye sika nkotua ye bosia na abrofo so se ye agi sika ye so yenye bi nkono e na me se saade a mumbo modin se mo ankasa mu fiefo na mo de o mo bosia na mo na mo be kasa.
Okay.
No mo no matimi apekwan bi so ama mo ka na mo de ofie no mo nte so. Mo te sa aka no so another dangerous thing kran say aside from sa aka we nyina no unim say aban sa kwaje bosia is me hu say ye bosia say the brony printing of money say aban ho kire na Bank of Ghana timi man support kakra eno no ebi ye overdraft eno no de ye de mawo this month now spend there next month just all the na de beto ne dabre. Okay. Baba we nko timi ko gi 40 billion Ghana cedis. 40 billion o convert here is just equivalent to that 3 billion na year per no. Sikano efahin 2022. As I'm speaking to you now, there is another 35 billion and also share baby.
I say
you need baby and also call and also so your friend is saying advances at Bank of Ghana they are my bank.
So 40 billion there governors say almost support to government.
You don't support government over a long time. It becomes a loan. Abanwe GC cannot turn into bonds. And these ones are also part of your debts. You see, so Abanwe nankasa no say yem pe kwan so ne yem fum sika no omo de hianse sika na kodi omo se unhu bebe sika no be fa na ayera.
Ba uti aban ne so a o say setonto kasa uti no a eka aban ne beto ye ho ensi ho ane wo ho every month bia ana say the maturity period bia no o say aban ye perpetual succession and you say o settle plus interest and at the point you know I share euro bond no ade na raise ni nyina na aban no be ka kire se oje besia ne bi edibi etua besia na da hodada no ene ehonsi ho so baby ya ba bedun the government is also saying say no enye sisi ankoa na abasa dem bo mehia fi baby including former administration NDC abaya no man penda da John Dramani Mahamadano no omo so debt omo dia ho ne honsi ho ne ade no ene nyina ka ho bi na aban sese ya bedoa. What do you make of that?
Minua anything I make sure say aban we especially finance minister we ene ne ba wo mi aka kire say hwe soro wan hwe from utiate just check to 122 billion every 575 mu na hwe. This government alone has borrowed 453 billion. So 453 billion no say na obetimi aka say ye de koye bosia hu isi hu. The last euro bond NDC kwaji was supposed to mature in 2018. The last euro bond which was $1 billion. The maturity time correct from the data.
Okay.
But what they were doing was that they renegotiated most of the loans and most of the projects.
Okay.
Maybe to say Mary. Instead of 5 years, how did they do? They extended it to 10 years. Most of the loans are Omankasa Korakwaji and Okrano, it be a 10 years, it be a 12, just a long-term loans. That is what they did. Okay, Kessben rise from the beginning, $2.5 billion. That $2.5 billion, no kwanzi say check the maturity. Sino Hydro, you started say service. You started servicing it. You know you Sino Hydro. Check the number of loans this government has gone to. Even domestic loans to kra. Now I say almost sorry COVID no. COVID revenue in COVID is about $6 billion. COVID keke. Yes. Put them all together. Put them all together.
Finance minister recall parliament no anywhere closer to.
No, because he's failing to tell the truth. IMF Nkwama yesen ye 2 billion. Me say IMF Nkwama yesen.
IMF gave 2 billion, yes.
Very good. World Bank ma yesen.
country director no be figure no. Me need of
over 1 billion.
No, it's not true.
That is what you say.
World Bank gave us
African
240
Development.
million.
Please,
Stop
that was a
lying.
lie. The World Bank came to tell us they gave us 450 billion.
Give us the evidence.
450
You just
million.
said, what's the World Bank my 1 billion?
That was the first tranche.
That
was the first tranche. That was the first tranche.
Cheto say by end strategy.
That was the first tranche.
About yes.
ADB my saying. Africa Development Bank. Omo my saying.
Okay, yeah.
Aside that,
IMF my 2 billion.
Aside that,
and I my 1 billion.
Oh, please let me flow.
Money from
domestic sika yakoji free free heritage fund na yesay sika yakoji free individuals ho na yesay sika yakoji free your friend is saying the fund, the petroleum fund na established here, not Tesla. Apart from the heritage fund, there is another fund. In terms of emergency, you go into that fund as well. This minister went into all those funds. So if you come and tell me, say, COVID, yes, COVID had the shocks by, but the revenue out of COVID outweigh even the shocks I can have them. And since when did Russia-Ukraine happen? Into Russia-Ukraine, no, eba na edru Côte d'Ivoire na ehuri. Na edru Ghana na agie akonya. Ekwa na edru Togo na ehuri. Edru Ghana nkwa na agie akonya. In the whole West Africa sub-region, Ghana nkwa na Russia-Ukraine are affected here. North Africa for sebe omo na kra wheat kese e free Ukraine kra. They are not in the crisis that we are in. So why are we blaming Russia-Ukraine on everything that happens to us? Okoji, Russia-Ukraine happened you 2022 year. Okoji 40 billion Ghana, 40.5 billion Ghana cedis for Bank of Ghana. Now Russia-Ukraine buy. What they are doing? You see, so the excuses are just not gelling. No kure woman say, "Wa money breyi." Nukura woman say aban we busian ko awokobo na obi bobusian to the extent say because data bank was benefiting yemro busian sa na yem benefiting because Black Star Brokers was benefiting yemro busian na yenya profit sa. That is what they were doing. No say yakwaji busi na wo yonko akwaji busia be ye KGT market wo yonko akwaji busian de ye Kumasi Airport Terminal 3 University of Ghana Medical School wo de akwaji busian wo timi nkire ye project kokuroko ba ko pekura sei sa project na be ko tua na bosia o se yemo yensem mo ye ka o se bosia obi bogu ho nti obi abo 120 billion bosia from even President Kufuor to President Mahama. Na se wo de wa beji 450 billion na nti se interest cry that 120 no so cry ye sen I think when timi antua bosia no cry ma e bien free wa se bosia no emene ye akodu over 93%. So minia no kre na omoni Ghana for endi ni ye. Na minia ade ba ko nso e ha me ne say. Enka this era yesi ahokyera ba. Ukoji pensioners kura sika, ukoji sebi individual bondholder sika kura se me ho akere me. Momboa me no. Enka wo aban na nkasa no show signs e kire se ahokyera ba intimate me niam bi so kakra. Office of the President budget e ko ho na yesen 3.1 billion Ghana cedis o. Insist say na baye omo di kura mana abro so ye wa hu kire mu o ministers ni bia kasa adomo a resign so they will replace ministers na omo deputies a osade hihye ho na ayede na osade minister of state and the finance minister akoho abrawo 2 deputies already the minister of state akoho finance wasa levity no ni pay be kosoro ni nyina na ayede. So this government's own posture and emboa ma Ghanaians ebe ye omo be sacrifice bibia ma no because ono no sacrifice ma no o ka say tighten your belt no no call the tailor no ho na ye bie na tade no mu ma no. We have the men sa area boys. Is this how men manage the economy? Rolling's a time ote da say even under PNDC ye confirm amanonini say onemba bretna Bank of Ghana no nye supervisor na the governor be sign no on just okon ho miura oda Roma me pese me sign ade we it because they've lost trust even in our bank.
I know Bank of Ghana issue statements. IMF had the rep.
How can that be?
As,
this is the first time it is happening.
Bank of Ghana.
Rural bank, the Bank of Ghana, the supervisor bar, HSM manager no cannot be trusted. He is coming out to take over. So our governor at the Bank of Ghana is this Kenyan. Yeah, governor need there, but Abrafuna writing off because on cannot correct.
But me provide the consultancy service, advice, any other.
In banking, the moment the supervisor comes, it means you, the man in charge, your credibility is out. Anything the supervisor, but umbra supervisor. Because we never know imbalance. It's the first we try to be in the Obia Bass on the show so. And yes, sir, we have bank and a car. That is what it means. And these are the people who says they have the men.
Area now MPP for bisa question. Say so I am more. What is the alternative?
If it is us, NDC has stated clearly, say you run the country down to this level. Say just for pensioners. See, I say the debt exchange. We've been to the IMF before. One, they didn't force us to go and come and do debt exchange program.
Okay.
Because we went there with homegrown policies. IMF ni bida na kasa question be ye obi say genuine.
Okay.
We went to the IMF with our own homegrown policies. They took it, looked at it and said perfect, go. Oma appointed supervisors on Bank of Ghana, so it never happened.
Okay.
The NDC will not borrow to this recklessly to this extent.
Okay.
NDC will never do that.
Okay. I will say the don't call a former DC such a front place and Martin Kano for the NDC and Mewo Kofi Tonto. Kofi is government spokesperson. Kofi Ewo studio ha. Abo social brenoa about non-crapa usima edu no back. This is Sponge or Kessben television. So some of your messages are modia bana yankin mamona yanko issues are akano eso. With all the hardship and pain, the MPP led by Akuoko Kwarteng government has subjected Ghanaians to the still boast of breaking the 8. John the Messiah will come and save Ghana. Dada Kwame in cancer watching asene enote ebaye. Honorable Akuoko, I'm enjoying your program. My name is Aziz. Okay. Aziz Hammer Ewonima Aziz enumere yeda se pa se o hwe Kessben TV na oni e atena o say good evening honorable okay good evening seniors but who is this IMF that both MPP and NDC needed to go there before the country can survive. Akuoko say IMF ne betimi aye Ghana ye dia ene emo magic country no na yenyi MPP ni NDC ensinche Nana Akuoko kakeri asimbreku enoje banana yeah sovereign state they can only come and support us ye hotre but say we can say ye pa mu MPP ni NDC na ye ma IMF former president ni ministers here enya dia ebeye anyway it is only okay Charles Yeboa Dakon Elias Oze Jacobu Ebuakwa North Constituency. All right. Okay. But all the attempt did ba na dia mekan. Do the message no ba na wa ma hwate. O de ba kama mekan kai. Teacher Constitution Oriamo so say if you have an opposition party who stood up against cocoa spraying, health insurance, council trainees allowance, introduced 3 months pay policy, brought Dumso against e-levy, rise up against the discovery of oil, stood up against free senior high school, and many other good policies led by the MPP government. Do you think they will support government to restructure our debt? In fact, NDC is one of the biggest problems in Ghana. Greetings to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Vice President of the Republic. Teacher Constitution we are more say need your day a buy and no. Jones Mansoton to cross on our walk. Jones, the message, is not for public consumption. Mankind, why? The MPP man has disappointed me, pa. What country are they running like that? Tell him to tell Nanado to change his status, else they can't break the 8. Yaw sechere ewo aguna ena yaw ehwe enwumre ena no so edine de aba. Khalifa, I say good evening, Honorable. I'm shocked about what Honorable Fuseni Donko is saying. What at all is the alternative? Let him tell us. My boss Kofi Tonto has stated clearly how and what the DDEP is all about. Let's carry the information to layman and forget NDC who are making noise. Khalifa and so the out aba and Mre and no. Kofi maminti o kakra area na masaba messages. Yeah.
Say obetina radio so na o kasa.
Yeah, what TV so.
TV so. Na say oni emu bi hia, onsem no kan no aye careful. Because everything you say will be fact checked. Sure. Let me start fact checking him, okay?
Check minister.
He said say aban we yakofa resident advisor ba.
Bank of Ghana.
Bank of Ghana, a man of resident yes.
Say IMF at the advisor there.
And what can say then? Or see being see that.
Or say yes.
It's a lie.
When was the first?
It's
time?
a complete lie.
When was the first?
Can I talk?
You see,
so what IMF Jumedia the moment I'll be call IMF and Ghana and any baby. Once IMF be mount that staff level agreement I be mount we know. They send what we call resident advisor everywhere across the world. Under President Mahama, the guy who came, his name was Peter Madden.
He was what?
He was the resident advisor for the IMF program. You went in 2015.
What do you have now?
What do you have now?
No. So under
this is a technical advisor at the Bank of Ghana.
Yes.
And this is not president advisor.
This one specifically is designated to the Bank of Ghana. We shall let the Bank of Ghana issue Yenoa. And yet, Oman Kaso by IMF advice almost see Oba Abebwa Bank of Ghana. Under Setekwe was there somebody like that?
I just told you.
No.
Don't. Oh, can I talk? You just sat here and spoke. I'm giving you the names. I'm giving you the years. What are you talking about? Don't sit here and talk about nomenclature. Say technical versus resident. What are they going to do? It's an advisory. What are you talking about?
He's not advising the ministry. Let's get that clear.
Meba.
If somebody said the ministry, it's different from somebody at the Bank of Ghana.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
The statement that was issued by Bank of Ghana.
Yeah.
And it said IMF and the Omuni Paba said, or my advice. So also can say under NDC, Covidenio, said under NDC IMF. No, there was somebody like that. So we have to cross check our fact.
No, it's not about Uber checking.
Yes.
He is peddling falsehood. Not make a choice. You
not until say about substance.
Who's associating India? No, who's associating India?
It came from Bank of Ghana, not me.
Okay, I have the statement here issued by Bank of Ghana and Ra.
Akuoko, he made two statements.
Kofi, one statement.
No. Yeah. He made two statements.
Okay, the first one.
The first statement was IMF the advisor Bank of Ghana issue.
I'm not saying the history of Ghana for the BC. And I will say there be any first time ACD.
And I'm saying I can't say in the history of Ghana BC and no fact checking.
No. They are okay, that is why you are here.
And I'm evidence.
And I'm saying,
it's not the same.
What is not the same?
You are having two different issues here.
What is not the same?
Advisor.
Me say,
okay.
You're my advisor to Bank of Ghana under the IMF program, Peter Madden 2015 to 2018. I told you.
Okay.
I have told you.
Don't worry.
What are you talking about? Now Bank of Ghana is here. Bank of Ghana is here. Bank of Ghana is here. So don't come and sit here and peddle falsehood. Me person free hano. No, my producers.
Yeah, they will do that for me. Yeah.
Okay. Now number 2. Who say Okan bond in the treasury bill asem no? He conveniently tried. So Obeka say 1 year, 2 years, now I roll it over. He wanted to run away from the fact. Say, do you know the main difference between a bond and a treasury bill? The longevity of it. What you say? Treasury bills usually a short-term asset.
and a bonds a long-term asset. But also define a bond no or share that in 1 year, 2 years. Because he wanted to run away from the fact say bond a year no and yeah kufuado bond in kwan year. Now he talks about West Africa sub-region. What they do conveniently, they say, they don't talk about the different economies we have and how that different economy will have different impact. For example, Menoka say, Yentia na Nigeria enya petrol. Yentia na Nigeria say, foreign companies aba Nigeria, omo repatriate omusika. Won't ye? Akuoko mibusa won't ye? Say foreign companies, ama Emirates, craft threaten say they'll run away from Nigeria. Ghana hire catch obi say money repatriating itika. So you cannot make comparisons where policies are obi ye draconian. Now you're running a liberal policy. It gives companies the right to still repatriate their monies. Menoka say Nigeria ne petrol crown binto. People are in queues. But finance minister can was say even in the hardship we paid everybody. For 2 years Ghana buy Triomoka. They didn't do anything, but we paid them. Electricity is so. All of that. It is all compare sub-region now. And then I won't country Ghana for say Nigeria for ni electricity. Nigeria for enya dollar and farmer or majuma for. Nigeria for enya petrol farmer or majuma for. Why are you not talking about these things within the same sub-region? Me no can say Egypt. Dollar cry Egypt in your dollar. I'm Egypt I call IMF for 3 billion IMF assistance. You sit here and you peddle all these things. You talk about inflationary pressure. Cote d'Ivoire have the same inflationary pressure. Do you know why? Because they have price control. The economy they run, they have price controls. Okay. Yeah, we don't have price controls. So we cannot tell Obi how I want selling adie. So these are, and apart from that, Cote d'Ivoire and all these West countries here, francophone countries, what is one thing that is from a consistent about them? Omunina use one currency. They all use one currency. So the shocks they will suffer, it's not the same as one city in Kwa. Now countries bear 6 or 7, they use one currency. It cannot be compared. Then you talk about 35 billion. I was hoping say Obamano amount checks and evidence. Was he a printed 42 billion? 45 billion. First of all, so we read the Bank of Ghana Act, Section 30. There are 2 things there. It talks about advances to the government of Ghana. The first advance, and they say, Bank of Ghana, sa buying afibiano. Bank of Ghana betimia bogana buying busia up to 10% of the previous year revenue. Afibia, and you have to pay it back. But aka these advances when asemarieno. There is another one, your friend emergency, who we did the same Section 30 under the Bank of Ghana Act now. It talks about emergency. And no, the air can say, Bank of Ghana, any controller, any Ministry of Finance international no one determine how much support they need. But they must report to Parliament or submit on kaso omun permission from Parliament. Also omun determine help Ghana by me here. No one submit the omayenu to Parliament. So I don't go as someone about 80 billion now. Omunyina dia triapia o manu o mokano. The same as some kind 30 something billion plus 40 something billion, no 80 billion. Let me tell you the issue. Yanye baye no. Sa Bank of Ghana Act. Is actually Section 30 is the first clause. About 10% of the previous revenue. Yeah, be signing December 27, 2017. Yes, signing be a friend is Zero Financing Act. So yeah, can free Bank of Ghana ho. So 2017, 2018, 2019, yeah, can be a free Bank of Ghana ho. Under the Zero Financing Act. But under Muma by Mu Jessica every year, a free Bank of Ghana ho. Now yeah trigger be a friend asset purchase program. Under the emergency, you know, me catch one. And yeah, the first 10 billion. I mean, no, Kasei, I buy Guswa or servicing that 10 billion. Then 2022. Ubekaya Adongo Bekan Sembi say Abain Ako printed 22 billion. Ubekai.
Yeah.
That 22 billion. A budget item I they share Bank of Ghana and in the budget. But that budget item 22 billion now a composite of several things. One of them is what we call SDR, drawdown.
Okay.
Sika IMF demand during the COVID year no say Sika na ba e be hit Bank of Ghana account. And we did a drawdown of 6.2 billion.
Okay.
What you say? Then we did a drawdown on our own deposit. Aban no say to see a NHIS fund, ye get fund. Ni nyina no ye college says Sika no Bank of Ghana. And Aban did a drawdown on its own assets at Bank of Ghana and several others. There was a gap of 11 billion. That 11 billion and Aban G to support bond as some make catch on.
Okay.
And in financing, your friend money management. And as of June, Assembly by a Bank of Ghana issue statement. Na Sika Ghana buying a free IMF wa. I mean sorry, Bank of Ghana wa. Ubetimi akase waji as part of the emergency drawdown was 11 billion.
Okay.
So they gave all the explanation. We shall let now Bank of Ghana they buy around that time now. They gave the breakdowns and I'm on. Then by the close of the year, and the Yabeji Sikani become and as of the close of the year, Sikani Abeji total financing from BOG under that emergency funding was 37.9 billion. Sasi Canadian year was so named the year. Me di can't chile mu make us first time no, but when TMA. The TN say Abayano 2022 a lot of bonds are mature. But Abayano bonds na mature and any rollover na. Me na me catch say because of inflationary pressure, you know, coupon rate ni be drew 50%. Okay, say me can say.
Okay.
Enti Abayano was there be. Se me ma coupon rate be mature 50%, it be 5 years, 6 years from now. It will cause a disaster for the economy 5 years from now, even if we are not in the economy. Enti yenya den, yen rolling over. So that 2022 last year, no, Aban decided say, on rolling over bonds, he would rather pay. And until Aban kwaji sa draw down from BOG at a total unza milikan kase omaji 11. O subtractive free 22 ni mu a 11. The remaining year IMF sika ni Aban na sika the ode nsa ko kan ye.
Okay.
Into the 11 ni be kan about 26 ayejika ho a and be 37.9 and ye gidi twa maturities bonds and mature ye. Anya kufu adonko bond.
Okay.
So maybe can show the difference between a bond and a treasury.
Okay.
Which is bonds are usually long term.
Yeah, go ahead.
Enti sa wo betena ha na wo beka se agi 80 billion na ya printing sika sa aban ye overdraft it's not printing. This is basic economics. Basic overdraft is not printing.
Okay. Mami,
what's it here? And a medical
clarification biwa.
Yeah.
Bank of Ghana statement now let me read for purposes of your TFO. IMF assigns resident advisor to Bank of Ghana. Yeah. The International Monetary Fund has appointed a resident advisor to the Bank of Ghana, BOG, to oversee financial sector supervision in the country. The fund appointed Leonard Chumo, an Irish Kenyan, to the central bank this month to provide technical assistance and help build the capacity of the banking supervision function of the regulator. He will stay for 3 years. A statement from Bank of Ghana. Now, Bank of Ghana said that this is the statement from Bank of Ghana. In a Tuesday, February 14, press release that the appointment was at the behest of BOG and will be fully funded by Switzerland State Secretariat for Economic Affairs, that is SECO. And I'm quoting Bank of Ghana. The advisor's placement is continuation of cooperation in this area between the Bank of Ghana, the IMF and SECO, that is SCCO, that started as early as 2015 and had already seen the assignment of previous advisors until 2018. So into a class you
are sitting on a live you see statement. You finish.
Advisor assigned.
Yes.
What was the statement? In the statement from Bank of Ghana.
In the statement.
No.
Don't come and sit on this.
You're doing nothing. You're doing nothing here. You're just speaking and shouting. You're not saying anything. So don't raise your shoulders. Now you're not the
Hello.
You don't have all the knowledge in the world. All the things you were saying here. Which one was true? All the English was
Let me help you. Bank of Ghana statement, or say the advisor's placement is a continuation of cooperation in this area between BOG, the IMF, and SCS. So that is SECO. SCS, so I say a Switzerland State Secretariat for Economic Affairs. That started as early as in 2015. That's according to Bank of Ghana. And has already seen the assignment of a previous advisor until 2018. Yes. This statement is from Bank of Ghana. It is Omobwa Beboa. Honorable, Manifa and Odwanosi. Mami, okay, Farusi and Amity Honorable, so 10 minutes. Namifa, I can message. Yes.
Who said the evidence is clear? Statement are Honorable Fuseni references say IMF Nane Kayano. Who said Oja Honey Freemu? But now, what kind of statement? Actually.
But where Bank of Ghana statement?
Yeah, Kasaf Kaneno. Yeah. When you now can say Bank of Ghana statement or they buy it.
And I'm say producer
evidence number said that same statement in the crack 2015 as someone. But conveniently, no, you just free.
Okay.
And I'm about very clear say no. Now, Mama, that evidence, the law section 30 under the Bank of Ghana Act. Mama evidence the monies we did, the 10 billion asset purchase program. Mama 22 billion. Mama the breakdown. Mama source of the breakdown. Machra say Emubi was a binary Queen Sika. Emubi IMF Sika or de Mayan as SDR. Your friend is special drawing rights. IMF Edemayan. But Sikana Behete Bank of Ghana account. No the Sikana Mayan. And a match who say the Kachira, a Yesika, Yaji support from Bank of Ghana was 11 billion, and your budget 26 can, and a total for the year was 37.9 billion.
Okay.
And a match and 80 billion. Okay. Then lastly, he talks about 137.94. So we read the BBR evidence next 137. It has to do with the bonds, There are maturity days, and by the time I started program, because of the prolonged idea I started, by the time I started program, now maturity dates near the I'm value, I be 130 versus 137.
Okay.
Let me give you one last example. When you say your
debt,
your debt right now stands at 575 billion.
Yeah.
Now, that 575 billion.
575
billion, that's our total debt, which constitutes 93% of our GDP.
575 billion.
5 billion. Okay. Both domestic and external.
Okay.
Domestic near about 190 billion. They are kind of external. Now, as of November last year, now your debt needs 467 billion. And the Bank of Ghana will a year preliminary analysis on our budget to see on finances to see and the December numbers nearby and a 575. So we show the difference between 467 to 575 now 108 billion from November to December. Difference near 108 billion. People say that 108 billion Debbie. Do you know where the 108 billion came from? Okay, that sharp depreciation now in October. So okay.
Of the
dollar I see the call from 10 to 14. We say numbers way in CD. Until we dollar calculation now. Because the CD dropped and a bit a day 108
okay.
So end of this month. You will see that this 575 will go down, not because say Yakotua baby, but because say Now, as of December, now CDN is saying, 10.
Okay.
So we'll shoot down back to 470 something.
Okay.
So what I say, these are all numbers. Now
me see me do one see by my mimisa.
Yeah.
I don't know what argument made by NDC, especially members of parliament.
Yeah.
Or say I'm Penida Mahama Efre, so practically Omuja 122.
22. I have the numbers here.
And what they call 575.
Yeah.
Na dia na modi sika na ye. And minti under 3 minutes na me
How do I explain this under 3 minutes?
Okay, mama 5 minutes. Mama 5.
I have even your free be aggregator sheet. Maybe.
I know so ultimate mo more 6-7 years them are in na but at least
I have the sheet here.
Key ones na yeah into us.
I have the sheet here. Metimi abobo metimi ama me.
Obi my key ones.
Metimi ama me nua kasa owi a na mato aso na mabobo. But Abanwe, in the history of this Fourth Republic, Abanwe now constructed the most roads in the history of this Fourth Republic.
Okay.
4,875 kilometers.
Okay.
Abanwe. So what they fully constructed because in construction, when it comes to road construction, you define it as construction. But it be maintenance, re-graveling, and all of that. You classify it under construction. But that for something now make a newly constructed roads. Fact in the history of this republic.
Okay. So roads, yes.
So roads, one. Two, Abanwe are building over 1,000 infrastructure at different academic levels.
Okay.
Menu can say Abanwe be 7 new STEM schools. Abomusu, state of the art. Abanwe aye. What you say? Yaka about a nearma yaye under the food planting for food and jobs investment aye. So a nearma aban this ikana no ebebre. Okay. Me were listening now. All
right.
From 2017 to 2020, I can go through the list.
Okay.
So what you say?
At the right time,
but so 2 minutes more. Mayenkai Minya Fusini say. Honorable Fusini say. Abanwe has made some cuts. We shared this year budget. Goods and services, Abanwe cut 20%. Abanwe say, Abanwe Juma for ministers, political appointees in Ubia pay 30% yaka. 50% fewer allowances yakate. So what I say, and so much more.
Okay. Okay.
So it's not true. So Abanwe make any.
Kofi, thank you very much. Government spokesperson Kofi Tonto. And I'm telling you, Honorable Zeni, Mamiti also, yes.
You see, he that comes for calls for equity must come with clean hands. Who be saying say Bosnia 575 billion
against 122 billion.
Then because at least the end the ultimate who money be bobo. Ubitimi within 1 minute go betimi about 10. Then or the year.
Or say acquiring.
I can because planting for food and job.
Any other programs?
Planting for food and job. Do you remember $126 million Canadian dollars be by in 2017? That was the grant John Dramani Mahama eco contractor for agri mechanization centers in all districts. Omu buy and also grant ni buy when they came to government. And that grant, they decided to convert it for planting for food and job. So how do you add the grant of 126 million Canadian dollars to the loan that you have contracted? How? Mathematics.
Money making a point.
I say Abanya G 575. One correct, but I think it was a genuine
figure. Oh boy, no, about 575.
But or say Abanya we are G 575.
Okay. Let's say. Bessia, okay.
I know your total in
453.
Okay.
And Abanya we are
453.
And I Bosnia So the planting for food and job is nowhere near our debt.
So we are grant in the sign about government of Ghana discount.
Okay, somebody by say common fund. You see, can be the Aquacutia. Your friend say, planting for food and job.
And now possible say grant in the sign be a GOG or the crack.
It is not a loan anymore.
Okay.
And we are GOG funded. You don't classify that as a loan.
Says it can be normal there.
No. Here, maybe point in the say.
Yeah.
Conveniently. Okay, I said there was a time coming me threaten somebody na to shibe call courts when she wrote that letter say common fund this is the disbursement formula or the be called NAPCO or the be called planting for food and job or the be called one village one dam.
Yes,
that was it. So it came up in parliament and a parliamentarians no bogu here, but subtly they conveniently do that. Until what they do is say time no common fund bar among mau the only thing is say use the formula education economics sign and follow it. But then mandatory no see at least two schools under trees ye free ho, 2 chips compound ye free ho. That was it. Until that was yanka say they ban for 10% to have a no. That wasn't that. So that was an illegality we all fought against. It's planting for food there, yankoji loan or baby say the baby planting for food and job. That is number 1. Number 2, loans are omaji bebe beni nyinano. You ask them a convenient question. Say, dear Namodiaye.
It's a question asked by members of parliament, the minority side. Yes.
Up to now, have we gotten any answer? Finance Minister Baye, when in parliament he says something different. Every parliamentar they say different things.
Oh, how?
Yes, because in parliament, Okaya, he is quoting a different figure. President, State of the Nation address, even just normal, your friend is saying, excess capacity charges. President Figankun, Finance Minister Figankun, Dr. Baumia Figankun. That is the MPP for you. Asem no kure edane ebona dane. Asem aye no kure no. Akuoko neti hei. Ubi bana osi nipa foforo neti ha. Ntro. So asem no kure ye mbona dane. This is the MPP for you. Number 2, Ukojilona, you put loans into profitable ventures. Ubenye sikani bi no side Akuoko tua. Granted say, osi sikana ekoji ni bi ni ye de ya akwan. Na odi sika akoye kwan. Na odi road tolls also de kodane Johnson Obiano. Said nyansa be na wo. How are you going to get the money to pay? Now the pressure will now come back to us say we should go and then put money in the road fund again. Where are you going to get the money to put in the road fund? Are you getting the point? So as I speak to you now, over 900 presidential staffers now. Yes. That is this is the current figure in parliament. 993. Almost say according to
almost say a technocrat.
What is technocrat?
And that is the figures they brought.
Office of the president said presidential staffers of 993.
Oh, no, it's not true.
What is your figure?
The point is this.
What is your
figure?
You can easily Google.
And
my parliament.
Parliament figures. So
office of the president.
5 minutes now.
Interrupting you.
Honorable floor.
It's not true.
That aside.
That
aside. Apart from road, they be on Saboy. Was it thousands of infrastructure at where? Only thousands of infrastructure no. KVIPs. Come. Sir?
I specified the honorable.
Oh.
I said we securitize, get fund, drawdowns.
Get money. This is the only government. Niema futua ye botu ho nyina omde akosi awaje bosia ho. Esla ko omde akwaje bosia. Road fund eko. Your friend say get fund eko. Sebi koko dua koko abani nyina omde koko dua no so kra omde so kra tosi awo.
Na koko loan strategy ne.
Yedi ne de koko aba. E na de gifudi nkuruma pensu. Mode akwa de koko dua no kra tosi awo de aje bosia. There is no fund in government in Ghana now. The very reason to many prayer now pushing a 11 was to create another fund that accommodate and so Bosia. And they say, Omo pray who afraid the Omukonya no enso the Omodoba Kojibosianti 11 How many taxes are we paying? Bola tax, COVID levy,
sanitation tax.
Nanya Bola tax.
Say your man proper name.
They proper name.
They all budget.
Securitize no one.
They all budget to be a sanitation tax.
Bola tax.
Sanitation levy.
Na Minia, who is sanitation levy? Because in Kaujin, Kaudibe local government, Minister of Local Government. Now kono crash sa fund no so. Only maybe a sanitation levy they call. Minister of Energy, Petroleum. What has sanitation got to do with fuel? And come who ye sanitation levy can call sanitation ministry cry. Say I'm so much gunu say that so ho.
Sanitation.
So that they will use it to clear fina adokure concurrent kumase na kwa fee. So I am telling you, say the revenue this government is getting, no, he has gotten revenue more than any government in the history of Ghana. And so they are not there. Wajibu sianso che abebia or the Fourth Republic. They are not there. Sabu sianso so aye. Oh, minia. Obi timi John Mahama alone, Bosia John Mahama was 58 billion. That was John Mahama alone's regime. Ghana cedis. What's I say? On 4 years no. That for 58 billion no. Wait me appointed airport terminal 3. Okay. Ridge, University of Ghana Medical School, Bank of Ghana Hospital, Maritime Hospital. Wait me about cycle interchange. Wait me about KJTR. You can mention a lot of things, and now me look I say KJTR is almost paying 50% of a car there. Ratri Park, a chain who can be. Ratri Park as at 2018, Ratri Park chair. And then they are can hear for so no moody. And can you be Legon Hospital? You did that time of mobile name your ferry and tear. A cabana can so create you, baby. On himself till today, Nana do go commission terminal 3. Young commission here the year Juma because ferry ain't. But terminal 3 is also paying itself. This almost say 453 billion. No, among cap 3 projects are and no bet me tia no hoka. Then try. Among country because we're also servicing loans. So. Yes, servicing loan. As at the time I need free abemo, now interest payment was around 10 billion Ghana cedis. And yet, near Casa Mumbambe Pijanko over 50 billion Ghana cedis. And yet, near Kachramo. Mamu reckless ballowing and a dear could drew on. It is ya can near my idea, Sikan ye. And then I'm some of the 3 to the size of KJTR, to the size of Terminal 3, to the size of Circle Interchange, Bobiniere. Manem call you Pukiasi because unum who matching. Will be the basic kind of 200. Yes. You didn't go and contract new loan for Pukiasi Interchange, so don't add that loan to your loan. A new 453 billion loan. Don't go and add your friend Obeche Bilam to say second. The only one you can talk about is the Tamale overpass. And on the Demuko G loan and Momo. So you can talk about Tamale overpass. And the Madrogu Krata so some Swami interchange. And also see the Omakati. Minim so much Kojehum Bosia Minim. And the Bakubi almost on by your Sofo line. A moody free Sofo line Abedru Confanoche Honos and some interchange. And also the book so. Sofo line interchange, don't add it to your loans because those were GOG projects. So you should tell us. Okay. 453 billion.
Okay. I will say the don't call a former DC Secretary Franklins and Motin and Kano. Some of your messages now, young call Honorable Akuoko Kwarteng should have been the Minister of Information. Tell Nanado the next reshuffle you should make him Minister of Information. I stand to be corrected, but the opposition in Parliament is also part of the government problem. But your mama can message kaka. But your obina diaba. Tofik Ajimai Asante Mampo and Oshe inti Tofik ne de ode eba ye enono. I'll say good evening honorable. I'm enjoying the program. We did the fire. Make us free. Pepiase, okay. Pepiase, okay. Over me that say. 4 personalities who must be removed from government. Then this country shall be free from financial crisis. 1, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta should go. 2, EC boss Jemensa should go. 3, Agosi Elbaro and Ode Abba. Gozi, anyway. Akuoko, see how proud. Okay. Kwame El Santas. Kwame, yeah, that's thank you very much. Me that's say. Okay. Message me so that the day by men kayo. And no, sir, good evening. Please, my name is Charles Anobli. Watching you live. Winneba. Okay, Charles. Yeah, that's I'll say the Honorable Charles Yabuada Kon Oze Klute Jacobu Buakwa. Okay, Jacobu Buakwa. All right. Because I will say, you will walk us out to one for mayor. Now you're fun, sir. Me 2 minutes to wrap up the show. Mamintio, you talk
very quickly. You will report to be a Ghana, your friend amalgamated debt report. Profanity thing and say, Bosia Ghana, Baya Buninano, your kuchiri ni na gunkrata so.
Yeah.
And the other Bosiana here, and your friend amalgamated debt report.
Okay.
Me send the copy amount.
Okay.
It tells you every single idea you did sikanaye. So every single thing it tells you. I have it here. Amounts 2017, 18, 19.
Next week you be your TV.
Be the report in the amalgamated debt report. It tells you say Busia, for example, you kwaji free company you from Banco Santander of Spain. Santander a bank Spain for omuni ye kwaji sika development of Kumasi International Airport, Ministry of Transport, interest through the 6 amount I 6 million euros plus 1.3% interest rate. Total amount I pay 97 million.
Also the now
so I just want to give you an
example. It's already talk under 30 seconds.
Now lastly, ye buy no. So we share the debt report now. Once medical culture says so we share from the CD perspective. And your money be when you say 108 in just 2 months. It's not boosting our wabo, it's just exchange rate differential. Depreciation. Oh, honorable. Remember. And the best way to measure our debt is to do it in a stable currency, which is the dollar. And I'm a yeah. So we President Akufo buy no. All consika boosting anu abono. Na ebesi 7 billion. US dollars. 7 billion. President Mahama Eko busi anu abo as of the end of year no na 30 billion.
The president Kufoni must be in account.
No. Debbie honorable for saying.
Of many time.
Me say.
Your focus. Focus on the
President Kufo was 7 billion. President Kufo was 7 billion. President Mahama free so na 30 billion. That means over 7 free 30 in anamebwa. Na be 23. Na say you can mails to ayina.
Mails Mahama about 23.
23.
Okay.
And the more person back President Mills once. No, yes. Letting a movie on the project.
Bobby about 23.
Under President Mills, President Mahama. Under our time, as of today, a car a day, the debt, the total debt stock of Ghana in dollars is $43.3 billion.
Okay.
Which is $13 billion difference from the year by 2 years. What you say?
Okay.
And among under 8 years, no more than 23 billion.
Okay.
And I had under 6 years, you had 13 billion in the dollar component. Okay. And you don't come and sit here and tell us, say, I'm giving you the figures.
Okay.
I'm giving you the figures.
I'm giving you the figures.
That was
okay. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. They said, "Your mama Baumia coins on Ghana for the also lose some of the speed ramps. It be a friend saying KVIP. Those were the majority of projects out
here. Don't allow this to happen.
Yes.
When did Baumia say this?
Forgotten your town hall.
When did Baumia say this?
Your town hall presentation by Baumia. KVIP.
What are you talking about?
Not district.
He was national.
town hall meeting.
Yes, what they were doing.
You sit here.
Yes,
That Ben
they were showing us KVIPs. They were showing us speed bumps. They were showing traffic
But I
lights.
Kofi betra hen so Kofi abobo projects.
It's not true. What are you talking about? KVIP and the common family idea, you know. Who the best? But we have never said that.
Ahana brother me kwama yeje enumere dwumadi ni nyina ese Kofi tonto government spokesperson. Yes. But gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm very grateful. Madam Wasipa. Gentlemen, thank you.
That is what I'm showing you.
You are talking about law. But why are you bringing government of Ghana funded?
That one was not a
World Bank.
It wasn't a grant.
Bank funded e-blocks.
It wasn't a
And
grant.
government of Ghana
Not a
funded
grant
the rest.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
But it's not a law.
It's
not a law.
Ahana brother me kwama yede enumere dwumadi ni nyina ese na me adom a next lawyer betrase na yasa toa so ebio Kofi tonto a government spokesperson Motenenka and honorable Hussein Donko a former DC secretary from place and yesin konwa numre e punch dwumadi so we dey kwabena Akuoko Kwarteng betimi afrem honorable chano payensia e Kessben 93.3 FM so na enkran so 92.9 minua speaker Kwame Apiekobi yebeka bom na yede ma dwumadi abremo chira no pa yamam nyina good night nyame enka ho yakram